I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Unhinged Hasan orbiters, virtue signaling hilariously backfires. Mike from PA. Of course, it's gonna be Mike from PA.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here.
Aww, he went quiet again.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're going to be talking about a very embarrassing situation involving Hasan Piker and one of his biggest orbiters, Mike from PA. Now, specifically, Mike from PA recently tried to dunk and virtue signal on a teenager's post on Twitter, which would go
wait, what? He did what?
Now, specifically, Mike from PA recently tried to dunk and virtue signal on a teenager's post on Twitter.
So he finally admitted that he cannot win an argument against an adult, so he's going after teenagers now? Okay.
Twitter, which would go absolutely horribly for him to the point where he felt so ashamed of the negative responses, he decided to hide them and pretend like nothing is happening. Now, before we get into today's video, as always, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe so you're an engaged viewer in the eyes of YouTube. That is their new system. They might not count your view, even if you watch the entire video without doing those things. That's the new system. It annoys me too, but it's worth reminding you guys to do that and to do that to other content creators in their videos if you enjoy them. Said. But anyways, we have Mike from PA, the definition of an internet tough guy, someone who goes around threatening other content creators. But at the end of the day, this is the same alpha Mike that
I know you guys were trying to explain to me last time who Mike from PA is, and I gotta be honest, I already forgot what Mike from PA is even known for, besides like of Hasan.
That we're talking about. This clip is from a few years ago, but it really sums up this guy, and I play this only because he is very, very insecure about this post, and if you share any screenshots of this clip, he will hide it on Twitter within a millisecond.
Oh,
that's fine. I think that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention.
Was he rubbing her shoulder? Hold on.
fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
Ew.
Ew. I'm getting your attention.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mike from PA, the guy who has openly threatened other content creators. He's advocated for—
Wait. Why does he look like a henchman of Disney villains? He looks like a henchman from, like a villain henchman from Disney movies. That's literally— oh, Hasan and Mike from PA. That literally looks like him. It looks like Mike from PA. What the? Oh my god. What have I done? What have I done? I won't be able to unsee it myself now.
For political violence. This guy has a very mean streak in him, but of course, it's a giant tough guy facade.
Why are you guys telling me to tweet it? Okay. Hold on. I need specifically where the henchman is in the picture. How about this? Would you even spell his name? I typoed Disney. There you go. You guys happy? Why does Mike from PA give off the same energy as villain henchmen from Disney movies? There you go. You guys happy? It's here. God damn it.
That crumbles almost instantly. And one of my favorite clips that I'm always going to play, as with the previous one, is this one where a few months ago he advocated and encouraged his audience to conduct citizens' arrests on people he believes are supporting genocide.
You are justified in attempting citizens' arrest. This is not my idea, by the way.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Mike from PA encourages viewers to attempt a citizen's arrest on anyone that defends a genocide, targets Hutch and Destiny, has the right to try a citizen's arrest under the principle of universal jurisdiction for crimes against humanity to the— what?
On war crimes and genocide. Everyone has the right to arrest or detain a criminal, and defending genocide is the same thing as doing it. Universal jurisdiction is a legal principle allowing states to prosecute individuals for certain serious crimes such as genocide, war crimes, and crime against humanity, regardless of where the crime occurs.
You know what really gets me? No one disagrees with them that genocide is bad. I think every single person here is gonna be genocide bad. But the fact is that like these morons don't understand that literally the whole world unanimously agrees with them. Genocide bad. And they're still like going after people and acting like they said the smartest thing in the world.
Occurred, or the nationality of the perpetrator or victim. And therefore, every human being is instantly deputized in the entire world to take means to arrest that person and take them to The Hague.
And by people supporting genocide, basically it means anyone who disagrees with him politically or just on any sort of an opinion. Also, don't do that. Highly illegal. His understanding of this is as bad as his reading skills. But anyways, what's going on here is this tweet. So this is what we're talking about today. So you have this individual named Nathaniel making an edgy tweet talking about Nazis, and you have people trying to debate him.
Who's Nathaniel? I feel like I'm like observing someone like telling me a juicy gossip about people I never seen in my life.
Understand this is a teenager. I think he's like 14 or 15 years old.
Destiny's kid. Wait, Mike from PA went after Destiny's literal kid? Okay.
And why this particular individual is so relevant is because his father is Destiny. Now, I am not a Destiny fan, and from what I can understand from a bird's eye view of this,
I cannot stand Destiny, but like, leave the kid out of this. What the hell? So you couldn't go after his daddy, so you're gonna go after the child. That's smart. Hi, Silent. How you doing?
situation without knowing anything about their personal life, it seems like their relationship, father and son here, is a bit strained. But anything beyond that is not my business, and I wouldn't know better than anyone else because that's their personal life. But a lot of people have been not only attacking Destiny, but attacking his son as a proxy because they have a big problem with him. Before there was that.
Oh, didn't his kid like literally not like his own father? Oh, wasn't his kid banned on Twitch temporarily for pulling a toy gun on his dad? I remember seeing something. I think it was a toy gun.
Ever Asmongold derangement syndrome or even Ethan Klein derangement syndrome. For Hasan and his orbiters, what came first was Destiny derangement syndrome. And you can see Mike from PA quoting this teenager saying, "This is child abuse and neglect. Someone needs to intervene and get this underage child off the internet. They are clearly unsafe and in dangerous neo-Nazi communities as an underage child." Now, there's one thing I agree with.
What community was he in? Like, I actually don't. I'm assuming that's his Twitter. Okay, it says we're protecting the West by invading Poland. The right was blocked again. Wait, how old is the kid? Hold on. How old is Destiny's kid? It's giving me Destiny's Child. The Beyonce band. How old is Destiny's kid? It still keeps giving me Destiny's Child.
When it comes to Mike's tweet here, underage children should not be on the internet, especially social media.
Rev said 14. Okay, yeah. That's a kid. That still is a very young kid.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree on that, but it's very rich to see this guy virtue signaling about this particular set of claims here, especially when it comes to these claims of someone being a neo-Nazi. This is the guy who only a few weeks ago was banned on Twitch for calling Jews a demonic ethnicity.
Between Arab and Jew. In the days that followed
That's
that,
crazy.
the blessed
Jew
night-
is not a fucking ethnic. It is a Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity.
I don't even know where to start with this one. First, he says it's not an ethnicity. Then he says it's an ethnicity. Then he says it's a construct. Does he do drugs?
City. Wholly invented.
This is another reminder that people like Mike from PA on Twitter love to call anyone they disagree with a Nazi, but at the end of the day, their rhetoric sounds way more like what a Nazi would say than the people they're accusing of being that specific thing. And yeah, this guy who says
Is the whole circus? Yeah, like that is actually crazy. I am genuinely so shocked in disbelief that there are so many content creators who like openly push narratives against like specific races and ethnicities, and that's fine. There's still like thousands of people supporting them and stuff, and they have a platform and they don't have any issues. Well, I'll mention anime and my video gets demonetized. That's crazy. I would like to believe he's on something lethal. Yeah, I feel way more comfortable thinking that he's high on something rather than that he's that crazy. He's too dumb to English. Isn't he from US where like the main language is English? I mean, we had Red Miku. I mean, Red Miku is gone. He was exposed to be a dude and now he's gone. I mentioned it last time. That's a voice changer. Dude, he was literally catfishing. Not only the viewers, but also all his like quote unquote colleagues.
Jews are a demonic ethnicity is now going to preach to you about what's a neo-Nazi or neo-Nazi communities or stuff like that. It's very ironic. And also I look back at some of his tweets literally 3 years ago, almost to the date. He was calling out people for being anti-Semites. Is this what happens when you surround yourself with people like Hasan and his orbiters? It literally rots your brain to the point where you just go completely mask off like he has in the recent months. But anyways, just in case you were wondering, he got a 1-week ban for that clip. Just 1 week.
Wow.
And honestly, I'm surprised he got a full week. I thought for sure it was going to be 1 to 3 days. Now, typically, if you said that and you weren't some favorite on Twitch, it'd be a permaban, right?
Yep.
But from people like Mike from PA, it was a 1 week ban. And like I said, I'm surprised they even gave him that long a ban, given their history. But as you can see, Nathaniel, Destiny's son, would reply an absolutely ratio. Mike from PA saying, "You put a hit on my father, I don't think you have a say on what a quote-unquote safe environment is for a child."
Nice. Wait, this kid is actually pretty smart.
He's not exaggerating, ladies and gentlemen. I will share this clip again where Mike from PA encouraged his audience and even put out a monetary reward for someone to implicitly game end Destiny.
They're not even running. They're not even like cowering and running away and screaming in fear. There's like, okay, well, they did it. We got our shots. Okay, is this guy done? Oh, shit. Well, okay. Well, we brought the white.
It's called shock, you fucking idiot. It's called shock. Anything that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Isn't that...
Look, I don't like Destiny either. I think he's a very stupid and brain rotted man. But like, you can't just walk around and like offer people money to take a like not even a swing, but to take a shot at someone. Haven't we already been through all of that?
Ironic. The guy who's claiming child abuse and all these things is the same guy who wanted to encourage his audience with a financial incentive to go out and harm this guy's father. He's now going to preach to this kid and tell him about child abuse and if he's in an unsafe environment. Also, keep in mind, these are the same people whose cohorts and their various communities were responsible for making fake CPS calls on Ethan Klein and his
Yep.
family. They seem to have no problem when that happened, but of course now they're preaching about this. It's very ironic. This guy is an absolute clown. Like, there's no other way to say it. And with Mike from PA and anything he does on social media, Twitter in particular, whenever he sees responses he doesn't like, it's so predictable. He hides them. If you look at the main set of comments on his quote, you'll see, like, I don't know.
Unpopular opinion, but hiding unpleasant comments is such a whip move. Like, what are you hiding? Like, are you hiding that people think you're a joke? I'm pretty sure everyone already knows that fact. Are you hiding how much hate you get? I'm pretty sure people already know how much hate you get. Or is he hiding like comments that disprove everything he says? I mean, everyone already knows that he's stupid. So what exactly is he hiding? What's the purpose of it?
A dozen comments on a post that's getting a lot of attention. That's because he hid virtually every single reply. Anything that even had a hint of negativity or criticism towards him. In fact, the first one on the list of hidden replies is the one from Nathaniel, where he's hiding this reply and it's still ratioing him. And you can see the amounts of replies being hidden here. It's insane.
Oh, God.
Of course there was one of these, right? Every single time. He hates this image, and it's always funny to see that in the hidden replies. But we didn't forget about Hasan Piker. Now, yesterday we talked about this GQ
God.
article that he did.
Nope. We watched the Sensitive Society video on this, and I just forgot about these images. Why did we have to see it again?
He did an interview with them, and it's backfired horribly. Now, a little fun fact about that video I uploaded yesterday, in case you didn't see the pinned comment I made. It took multiple versions of my video to finally get it monetized, because the first couple of versions I uploaded would get auto-demonetized. No matter what I did, YouTube would automatically demonetize it. I think YouTube is doing that because of, I think, this image. That's why it's censored. He's fully clothed, but his legs are out a bit. I don't know. Clearly, YouTube was not having it. So it took a couple tries to get this video to work yesterday. But anyways,
There's no way YouTube is... He should have just tried censoring his face and seeing if that works.
what he did. It backfired horribly. If you want to see the full details of that, check out yesterday's video. But Hasan, of course, had something to say about the situation as well, because of course he did. He says, it's funny because he captivated a sizable group of posters on here that, just like his son, referring to Destiny, hate the left more than Nazis and regularly align with Nazis to attack people. This is the least surprising ideological turn. It should be considered child abuse to let his son into his Discord. Again, I agree that minors should not be on social media, but again, it's very rich to see someone like Hasan and the communities he's associated with talking about child abuse.
With these people, it's always the same thing. They want a virtue signal, so they can hide behind that virtue signal and act like they're better than other people while pushing their own heinous shit. So it's like you say something reasonable and you say something sensible just to sneak in something disturbing and horrible in all of it.
And things like that, when they seem to have really nothing to say about the CPS calls made on Ethan Klein and his family. A very disgusting situation. Also, I find it very ironic, kind of in a bit of a detached sense, that Hasan would comment on Destiny's son, because there's a very funny parallel I drew like a month ago when this whole situation unfolded. For those who don't know, Destiny's son, Nathaniel, he was streaming on Twitch for a while, and he got permabanned.
I thought he got banned just for a little bit.
He brought on a toy gun to a stream. Permaban, gone forever, specifically because of the toy gun he was flashing around on stream. And of course, if you're paying attention over the past couple of weeks, month or so, Hasan.
I was about to say that. Like, didn't Hasan do the same thing? He literally was doing like this whole like threatening segment on his stream towards a person he doesn't like, which, by the way, wasn't even the right person, and nothing happened.
Actively waved around what ended up being a toy gun. The audience didn't know at the time. He was presenting it as if it was a real gun while threatening multiple content creators, including people he mistakenly identified as people talking smack about him, which ended up being just random people, and essentially showed their face, like this guy's face who did nothing wrong, to everyone in his audience while waving around a gun, basically saying, come find out. What a crazy situation. He got no ban for this, by the way, but of course, Destiny's Son, permaban for basically the same action, if not even
That's
less.
so stupid.
Due to the threatening nature that Hasan was going for with his entire escapades here, if you could call it that. But anyways, another embarrassing situation for Hasan and the Orbiter crew, but hey, that's just another day in the life, I guess. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As
I need to stop catching up on like Hasan stuff. Every time we watch any of these, I see something that makes me have a horrible realization. Like yesterday, Sensitive Society video where we found out that Hasan has a really weird muscles on the one of his arms, a flopping gut, a way narrow chest torso, and excruciatingly hairy thighs. And now I find out that Mike from PA looks like a henchman from Disney. Like, I'm gonna stop watching these videos. You should stick to DSP content. Last time we watched DSP, I got a headache.
Yeah. Fly high. Check it. Spread my wings high, reach the sky. Feathers in the wind, never asking why. I'm a bird, motherfucker, I'm a bird. Soaring high, yeah, that's the word. Flying free like you never heard.